Oleg, 24 years old. I'm from Lake Forest, California. It's me, I have two brothers. I was the youngest. I had a little bit different of a path, and I didn't exactly turn out like my brothers. I was in a band. We were called the Neighbors because all of our neighbors hated us, so we called ourselves the Neighbors. Growing up, there was always kind of a stigma. She was struggling with alcoholism. I was struggling with my own things, and we combated and we butted heads, so we never got along. And I didn't end up speaking to her for almost 5 years. About a year ago that I actually became close to my mom. Me and my dad have always got along. It's been very buddy-buddy. He's never been like my dad. I would go to punk rock shows, I would stay out. He told me I could skip school, drink with him and his buddies. He let me pretty much do whatever I wanted. Marijuana, drinking, started dabbling with ecstasy and acid. And when I was 17, I was introduced to meth. I tried to come back home. My parents just said, no, like, we don't want any part of this anymore. Like, you've gone too far off the deep end. It wasn't until then that I really started getting heavy into like crime, like serious crime. At that point, I was on my own. I was by myself, staying at people's apartments, staying behind dumpsters, staying on random people's couches, trying to rent a couch for like a week at a time if I can get enough money. A week after my 18th birthday, it's the first time I went to jail, and I did not stay out for very long. I would be homeless, so I'd go back to committing crime to try to support myself. After doing 2 years at a state prison, I got out. I was 22, obviously still homeless. My parole officer suggested me to this program. The first thing they did is buy me real groceries. I remember when we were going shopping for it in the grocery store, like at this point, like I was like fresh out of prison after 2 years, so like you could think like I'm hard. Like I wanted to cry, like I wanted to break down and cry. Like I was just like, I could not believe someone was doing this for me. They helped me get out applications. They took me to my first job interview, got me my first job. They would come meet me, they'd take me out to lunch, or they'd just come over to wherever I was staying and talk to me and like talk me out of it and like show me that like, listen, like you're making so much progress, like it's gonna get better. StandUp 100% saved me from going back to crime, going back to homelessness. Like that's bottom line. Like if I wouldn't have found StandUp, like I would probably be back in prison, like guaranteed 100%. This change that StandUp has brought, it makes me feel like a person, like I actually contribute to society. It makes me feel like I'm really making a difference now, and it definitely made a difference in my life when I first joined.